Hey everyone, I'm Everyday Fighter, and well, I'm just showing off some games with the Astrodragon. See, Gargantua Awakened, all the cards were released, and so Buddyfight Area was patched. And well, this is just against DD Yankees. Obviously, it's not at full power. Full power DD Yankees kicks the shit out of me. But this is pretty much your ideal situation with Astrodragons. That's a quick, easy OTK. Pretty much. So I'm going to equip my item first so I can use Fret's ability for more gauge, and then I can just go straight into Astro. Get the card that gives me the bonus when Galaxy F is completed. Because I have Galaxy F, my cards get 10,000 power, but that doesn't really matter right now. I'm going to attack twice and then use the counter call from the drop zone to Buddy Call, cross the regular cross, and then the Galaxy F activates, giving it extra crit and pen. So then that's pretty much a quick, easy game. The ideal situation that you want to have. Of course, not all games are like that. Sometimes you have to actually try. So, what is good is that Astro Dragons aren't just super aggressive. They also have very, very valuable ways to defense. They have all of their own defense spells, and Crystallization Phenomenon, of course, does help a lot. My opponent's going to be playing Guardian, so if he had gone for a second, he'd be in a better position because, well, Hell in Heaven is pretty strong. So, but I am not defenseless, so to say. I did not draw an item, which kind of sucks, and I don't have a way to search one item out. So I'm kind of like, ugh, that sucks. But the set spell does help me draw more cards. I do call Gyron, and then I do use the card to pop his set spell, his item, and Helen once. So he's going to return Just Law to his hand, and then I am going to call the defensive one. Sadly, his Penetrate Null won't activate since I don't have an item, but I am able to just kill Helen before he returns it to his hand. So I'm pretty in a secure position because I don't know a lot of cards with Penetrating Guardians, and Guelis has 2 Soul Guard and has 7,000 defense, and I also get +1. So. And I get to get a life every time it's destroyed, and Gyron protects it for being attacked, period. But, of course, Angel Fill is actually a counter that, like, wow, it was really, really convenient. Like, damn. Really. Of course, he removes both my souls with Angel's ability, but, of course, he has no cards in his hand, so I know exactly what he's playing. So Just Law attacks my Gyron, and Gyron is destroyed, and then, Guelis is destroyed, and then Gyron turns to his hand through the Hell in Heaven's ability, Guards, and Executioner. That sucks, but I do get to gain a life, at least. Crystallization Phenomenon rests, and then lets me draw a card. So all I can do is attack. All you can do now is attack with Angel Fill, so you can't attack with an item. So I'm just going to take 2 damage since the Hell in Heaven effect doesn't activate because nulled. He doesn't get any life either, which is good. So he's going to turn Angel Fill to his hand with Just Law's ability, and then I'm going to just do my thing. First, I'm going to call another Guelis to my center, just in case I draw a card. Fret lets me do this, but I do manage to luck stack into Command Operation. The Command Operation is disgusting. It's look at the top 4 cards in your deck, add up to 2 cards, and then put the rest into your gauge. So it's worst case scenario 4 gauge for you, which is not bad at all. So I get to put, if I get thrown into an item, I get to put my item, and then my Galaxy F is complete. So say, fuck it, let me just call Astrology to my center and just whip the shit out of my opponent. And all my cards have more than enough defense. He has only 1 gauge, which he can only use to return a card with Just Law. So at this point, it's GG for me. The final game is going to be up against the Chaos. Admittedly, this is not the best Chaos deck I've ever played against. At all. So Command Operation is gonna get me only another Gyron, which sucks, but I do get 3 gauge, so that's nice, I guess. It's one of those things. That's the worst case scenario kind of deal. Gyron is, of course, a defensive shield, so it's a very good card to open with. My opponent kind of takes his time, so this is one of those things I really don't like sometimes. So I know he's going to call Beast Corona, and he's going to buddy call his Gear Guard 99, which obviously he needs monsters in his drop for it to be effective, which he does get it. So I'm like, really? But luckily, he can only use overkill on my turn. One of the things I dislike about this deck is that sometimes you don't get enough power. Like, your cards are pretty low power, so you kind of need cards to boost their strength. There's an item that does that. There are certain cards, there are lots of cards that boost power by like 3,000, and then there's the astrology that gives all your cards 10,000 power, so there are ways to get over it, but kind of annoying when you don't get those cards against certain decks, like this one, or against like Athora, but in this, Gyron does help defend me, so it's all good for me. I don't really need a counter call right now, so I'm just going to put it there. Sadly, what is good is that I do get the item. I do make a misplay here, admittedly. So I call another Gyron, and then I quit my item. What I should have done is attack with my item and link attacks with Gyron and my item. My item would activate and pop Increase Corona, so that I could then just use, so that I could force out his overkill, is what I should have done. At the very least, if forcing out overkill against this kind of deck really does help, so. But I didn't, so that's on me. I would really say the spell in my hand to pop his monsters, afterwards, because if he calls 3 monsters, I could just pop them with my spell, and then I could activate overkill. Then I have to worry about constantly chaos draining. But yeah, there's that. But he's just going to equip an item and just attack me with this. What's good about Guelis is that since I have an item equipped, he can't use pen on me, so I just keep gaining life and not take anything in return. And of course, Gyron just takes all the hits, so it's a good card. Love it. I do draw into 2 Fret. Fret is not a once per turn ability, which is awesome, so I'm just going to use Destroy Tactics to pop his 2 cards. Obviously, you can't destroy Gear God 99 with the Chaos out, so. The set spell does help me gain more draw advantage, which is good. I kind of want to call Cross Astrologia, but at the same time, like, he still has 7,000 defense, Cross only has 6,000, so even then, I still have to link attack, so I'm going to just bait out his overkill here. And use my item to at least pop one of his monsters, so, at least I'll be getting somewhere. But he does call 2 of the same things, which lets him get 2 life and get Chaos Go Queen, lets him get draws and life, so that kind of sucks, so. But, what can you do? I'm just going to the Destroy Strategia, or I actually don't know, that's not Strategia, it's Gesteria. Yeah, it's Gesteria, I'm sorry. Most of these cards look really different, so it's kind of hard to remember all of them. But I'm just gonna end, and then, so, since my opponent uses Overkill, it's kind of just easy. Like, at this point, it's kind of just waiting for Infinity to Chaos. My opponent doesn't play it, though, for some reason. My opponent never played the Chaos upgrade. I guess he's just gonna draw 1. Since, obviously, the list hit the deck pretty hard, you can't just search out whatever you want anymore. It's just like, ah! But, he is going to call Chaos Zodiac, which is a thing that, obviously, against this kind of deck, it does kind of matter, since if you just rest the cards I need, I can't attack you with Galaxy Formation. So, what can you really do? And then the Gesteria, or, no, he's not calling this, so he's going to use Gauge and then draw 2 cards. I honestly forgot a lot what happens in this game. It's pretty long, honestly. But he's gonna get some of his gauge back, life and draw, so there's that benefit. Chaos isn't so bad, honestly. I would have lost, honestly, if he had actually played Upgrade sooner, or at all, honestly, but he's gonna equip Chaos Levitating, which is free because he has 4 monsters in play. And now he's gonna go into full frontal assault, but luckily I do have Guelis, so can't really be screwed over super hard. Zodiac's gonna have 1 soul, so I get 1 life. Another soul, get 1 more life. And then, even though Guild Queen has Penetrate, Guelis does no Penetrate against attackers, so I don't really lose any life, and then he's gonna attack me just for 3. So, even with all that, I didn't really take it much of a hit, and now I'm in a better position to just, pop him in the face, I guess. So I do draw into the other cross. So even though he has Chaos Zodiac, I'm pretty much in a pretty secure position, and I do get a ton of draws off of this. So I'm gonna Buddy call cross Astrologia, and he's gonna then use Gravity Rest. Of course, he has to pay cost first. So cross is rested, which sucks. But psych, I have the other one, which gives all my cards 10,000 power. This decisive battle gives me an extra draw, 3,000 more power, and prevents my cards from being destroyed or returned to my hand. So at this point, I'm feeling very secure just to destroy his formation completely. I'm attacking Zodiac, and then my skill, Goddamn skill, will pop his other monster, and then I can just attack him for as much as I want. Destroying Zodiac, then kill Queen, and then I can just finally destroy Gearguard 99 without any trouble. Obviously, if I managed to keep Cross Astrology on the field, then I could have I kept attacking the center. Penetrate would still apply, so it doesn't really matter. I would have won that way, but what can you do? Either way, the game's pretty much over at this point. He has so many limited cards in his hand, no gauge, so there's not really so much you can do. I do enjoy Astro Dragons for what they are. Of course, you do get countered a lot by certain decks that are just anti-center. Off the top of my head, Balsalale is definitely one of those decks that counters you, because you try calling it to the center, they're just gonna use the regular Balsalale to just pay gauge and just destroy your center, so that you'll never get Galaxy Formation out. And without Galaxy Formation, your deck is pretty much in a bind. Even then, like, there are still cards that do help. I do enjoy this deck for what it is. It's very fun. You know, honestly, I think it's pretty good for an ace deck. It's not as strong as Link Dragon Orders or, you know, OTK heavy as Garga, but it is nice. So I have to say, if there was one thing about the deck I didn't like, it would have to, even though there are a lot of defensive spells, like the monsters themselves don't have very high means of defense. Like, they don't have high defense at all. Like, Astrology is like, Guel's is the highest at 7,000, and he's not really someone you call a lot. So I just wish Astrology had higher defense, but then again, if that was the case, it would just be a Thora. But Lucia would make a Thora, an Astro Dragon, please. But what I'm saying is, like, I just wish the cards had higher power and defense and attack. But then again, for what they do, it's balanced that they have those restrictions, so that you have to boost it yourself, and then you can just slam your opponent down. There are obviously lots of cards that give you that already, so it's fine. Honestly, I feel like it's honestly the most balanced out of the ace decks, but then again, sometimes that's not a good thing either, but it is what it is. So, well, I'm Everyday Buddy Fighter, and this has been my run through with Astro Dragons with the cards in Gargantua Awakened. Next time I will do DD Yankees, so I will see you guys then.